Welcome to another tutorial in the Creation Kit, and in this video we're going to be talking about how to make a vendor in Starfield. And I spent about a week figuring this out, maybe 2 weeks to be honest with you, figuring this out. So if you didn't watch the last video on how to spawn an NPC, I highly recommend you watch the last video. It's fairly easy. And then come back to this video. So I'm gonna just jump right into it and try to be as clear as possible in doing it. Let's go. So right over here in the object window, under character, we're gonna go to quest, and we're going to create, right click right here, and we're going to create a new quest. For quest ID, we're just gonna put whatever we want. I recommend you keep it friendly to your mod name. But my mod name is test. So we're gonna be putting test vendor right here. Quest, and put 45 for the priority, and after this you're going to click OK, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go right back into that quest. We named it test vendor, double click that. We're going to go over to quest alias, right click, new reference alias, and we're going to name this test vendor quest alias. And over here for unique reference, back in the last video on how to create an NPC, if you don't know how to do that, please watch the last video. We're going to select the NPC that we made, and I named the NPC, I think it was test vendor. Yeah. So for unique reference, in this box right here, you want to find whatever you named your vendor and select that, and then you want to click nothing else over here, click OK, and I want to click OK again. Before I move any further here, I'm going to save it real quick, and we're just going to call this test tutorial. So back over here to quest, we're going to open up that quest we made again, and we're going to go to scenes, and I'm going to check player dialogue, and over here on the edit ID we're going to right click, new, and we're going to call, at the end of this I want to put scene, and I want to click that. You should see these two pop up, and then click player dialogue again, greeting, and then over here we want to right click, new, and where it says invalid under condition item, we want to click that, and choose form. You want to click here, go to actor, and find your NPC again. And I named them test NPC. Yeah, it probably wasn't the best name, but yeah. Okay. And back over here in this little menu, we want to right click, new actor. This menu should pop up. We're going to click test vendor quest alias, and then we're going to right click again, new action, dialogue. Now this could be a little bit tricky. Get creative with this part and have fun. This is what they're going to be saying to you. There's another mod on how to make them actually say the words, or another video on how to make them actually say the words, but it's super complicated. We're just going to have them just put the text on below the screen. So I'm just going to put that right there, and when you go to the NPC and press A or whatever you press, this is what's going to pop up on the screen, and we're going to press OK, and this menu is going to pop up. We're going to double click this right here, and this should pop up, and we're going to put a condition right here too. New, right click here, new, where it says invalid, we want to do the same thing, find our actor, test vendor, and then click OK. And to actually get them to open up the vendor or the inventory which they can sell you, over here at the right where it says script name, you want to click add vendor info script. Okay. And hit cancel here. And after that, you're pretty much done here. Just click OK. Okay. And lastly, for this part, we want to make it add a phase at end right here. And you can just do that. And that should be it for right here. So I'm gonna hit apply and save and then click that. So that was the quest part. So let's jump into the faction part, and then we're gonna jump into creating an inventory for him to sell. Real quick, I'm gonna create the faction. This is gonna help tie them to the chest that they're gonna sell. So under character, we're gonna go to faction, and I'm gonna right click here and click new. And I'm gonna type in test vendor faction. And you can put whatever in the name right here. This is a description basically. And we want to check vendor. Under vendor, we want to check vendor. And start hour is basically if you want to schedule them, you could change this up right here, but that's a little more complicated. And if we want to have them sell weapons or whatever, but in this video we're gonna have them sell weapons. But you want to open vendor buy sell list and scroll all the way down to vendor items. You can make them sell food, minerals, miscellaneous, weapons, chems. We're gonna have them sell weapons, so we're gonna click that, and we're gonna be coming back to this menu in just a minute. I'm gonna click OK there, and now for the fun part. I already got this opened up at the bottom left. But to create a chest for them, you want to create a chest that you want them to sell. You have to head over to World Objects, which is basically at the bottom of the menu. And you want to go to Container. And if I typed in vendor, you could basically just copy any of these as a template. Not just copy them, but just use it as a template. And these are what other NPCs in the game. This is what they usually sell. So again, world objects, container, and if I type in a vendor, I get a smaller menu to choose from. And if I want to, if I was creating a vendor that was selling weapons, I want to model it after an NPC who's selling weapons. So let me just scroll right here to the right. Let's see who's selling weapons. Let's see, core kinetic container weapons right here. So we're going to use this as a template. What you could do is vendor city neon. We could double click that, open that. And to see what's in this inventory, what they're selling, we could always click preview, calculate a result. And it looks like they're selling one gun maybe. All right, but what you could do is right here, where it says vendor city neon, we're gonna rename this. We're gonna delete it right there. We're gonna actually delete it right there. We're gonna vendor test tutorial, and I'm just gonna delete that. And we're gonna delete this. This is what's gonna be in their little invisible chest to sell, because we're gonna make our own. Delete that, and click OK. It says create new form. Yes, you want to create a new form. So let's go find that, which is right over here, vendor test tutorial. All right, so yeah, this is their little chest right here, and we're gonna be putting items that we're gonna be selling in this invisible chest. So you could have fun with this part. I'm gonna just show you all the things you could do here. What you could do is back in your object menu, if you want to stay organized, you go to leveled item, delete that. We're gonna go to leveled item, and basically anything in here you could drag in here basically. Or from what I've tested so far, you could drag most of the stuff in here. This is still experimental, so I don't know if you can drag everything in here. So if you want to sell weapons, we're gonna look for a group with weapons in it, and it should be down here, or right here, LL weapon, LL ranged. So if I click, for example, if I click LL weapon range allied, just double click that group, and it says Side Star, Orion, passive. And if we go, if to see what's all in here, we go to preview calculated result, and it's only one weapon in here. So it gets pretty complicated, but just stick with me, and I'm gonna just show you. If you want to add like 10 weapons in here, basically what you could do is you could create a group, call it LL weapon tutorial, and throw weapons in there. But we're just gonna go to weapon, which is under items, and we're just gonna give them like 10-15 weapons to sell. So micro gun, I'm gonna give them all of these guns. I'm gonna put them all in this inventory, in this little chest that we're gonna be selling. And fuck it, let's give them some more stuff. And if we go to preview calculated result, that's what's all gonna be there. Now, if you want to sell stuff to this vendor, you want to give them credits. So back to this leveled item list, let's look for credits. And as you can see, LL vendor credits, convenience store. And, you know, these all these groups have a certain amount of credits that they have in them. If you want to give them a lot, we could give them commercial. So if we click commercial, this comes with, and we click preview calculated result, this comes with roughly 100,000+ credits. Versus if we go to weapons dealer small, 4,500 credits. So we're just gonna give them small amount of credits and you just drag that in here. And if we click preview calculated result again, 44,000. And also, I'm still learning this stuff, but I believe it adjusts to your level in the game. So be mindful of that. So we dragged roughly, I don't know, a ton of weapons in here. And you could have fun with that, but for this tutorial, we're just gonna use these weapons. You could put anything in there basically, but for this tutorial, we're gonna just put in those guns in there. And after you're done, you want to click OK. So now that we got that done, we got our invisible chest, we want to drag it into the world and link it to our NPC that we want selling these guns. So over here, you want to make sure we see the text. So you want to click view, and you want to click layers. I already got it right here. You should see something like this pop up, and you want to click markers. And I'm gonna just drag that back in there because you want to see this chest. You want to see that. That's our little chest. And I don't know if you guys remember, but when the game first came out and there was a bug where you could steal loot from under the vendors, pretty much it's because the chest was too high up, and that's how people were finding it out about it. So what Bethesda did is they put it under the map like that. But we're just gonna be putting it right here for this video. And basically, again, this is what we're selling. We're gonna be linking it to that NPC right there. All right, so next, now that we got all that stuff done, we want to head back to our actor and we want to link him to that faction we made. So I want to look up test vendor, and we want to go to factions, and you want to right click, add, and the faction we made was called test vendor faction. All right, and click OK. And we want to go back to faction, open up that faction we created, and for radius right here we could put 50. I'm still learning what that means. For location, we want to put it near editor location. Make sure that's on weapons. And to link this to the chest, right here when it says select reference in window, we want to click that, and it's going to pop up this little crosshair, and we want to hover over to our chest, which for some reason is not working. So let me try that again. Right here, it should go from red to white. Just double click your chest, and as you can see right here, reference vendor test tutorial, and click OK. But we want to make sure we got our vendor and under members. Click that and click OK. And again, I'm going to save it. To link them another way, we have to double click our NPC. Go to linked ref, right click, new. And we want to select reference in render window, link that right, like that, click OK. OK. And then we want to do the same for our chest. Double click your chest, linked ref, new. Select the reference in render window, and then select the NPC. Right there, test vendor, OK. And OK. Save that again. And also, I forgot to create a voice type. So we're just going to create a voice type real quick. So under here over character, go to voice type. I'm going to right click, new, test vendor voice type. And we're just going to select OK. And we got to make sure our actor, we got to go here, back over here, go to traits and go to voice type under traits. We need to go back to that. My bad. I forgot about that. And then click OK again. So that basically should be it. What we're going to do is we're going to save and make sure I got everything done. So we're going to head into the game and test it out. All right, so if everything works out, we should be able to go to our character real quick and access his inventory. And this is a response text. And voila, he has 21 weapons, random guns. He has 10,000 credits. I think we gave him 4,500, but it'll adjust as you level up. And look, they're all modified. Looks like pretty crazy weapons. And he has a bunch of ammo and some grenades. And for some reason, he has an outfit. I don't know why. If that was complicated, rewatch the last video and watch the other videos previously so you can be caught up a little bit. And also just have fun with this because you can give him any weapon you want. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one.